Hi all, Planetside Agent here. Today I thought I'd discuss or talk about why I exchanged or traded out my what I call my yard garden house knife. It's the one that just I wanted originally a fixed blade. Well, I get behind the story about the yard knife. Originally, I wanted a fixed blade that I could use like in the garden because I needed one hand to cut twine or whatever, any kind of work around the house. It's easier than trying to get a folder out or my trusty Swiss Army knife. So I went online. I thought I'd get a fixed blade. So I went online looking around. I found these Moras. I'd never heard of them before, and I found this one. It was pretty reasonable. This happens to be the Mora HQ Robust, which and if any of you guys are knife guys, these Moras are excellent blades. Um, I was really impressed with what you get for the money. I don't remember what I paid, but it wasn't very much because I just wanted something, just to bang around mostly in the garden or, I'm doing stuff out in the yard. So, yeah, the handle's great. It's a great knife. But one thing I kind of noticed using it out in the garden particularly is that, like, basically cutting squash or peppers, out of the garden, that it really didn't cut all that great. And I think that's because of this Scandi grind, which somebody told me that I read somewhere that it's basically a chisel grind on each side. So it's kind of fat and wide. So it really doesn't want to, when you try to cut a bell pepper off the plant or without ripping it, or like I say cutting a squash or cucumbers or whatever you're cutting out in the garden. It really didn't do that well. Before, my old Swiss Army knife really worked well because Swiss Army knife. Well, I got it right here in my pocket. Don't leave home without it. That's a pretty narrow blade, and so it just sliced right through, especially like I said, peppers or cucumber or zucchinis or whatever. But usually I had one hand free, and it was kind of a pain to take it out, put it in. So I thought, well, I just get a fixed blade. I can get a sheath for and put it on my hips. So anyway, so it really wasn't performing that well for what I had. I think this is great for bushcraft sorts of stuff, woods work, but around the garden, what I was using it for, just really wasn't performing the way I would like. So I got to thinking, I should really maybe start looking at something with a flat grind that might be a little thinner fixed blade to take out. Well, about the same time I was thinking about replacing this, I saw a review of this knife, which is the Cold Steel Luzon, and this is the medium. And the reason is that I bought it is I really like the shape of this blade. It just kind of caught my eye, and it wasn't that terribly expensive. So I thought, hey, what the heck? I'm going to think I'll just get it because I really like the looks of it. I'm not all that crazy about this, what they call that bamboo kind of style of handle, but it's comfortable enough. I don't know if you guys want to know more about these Luzons. You could probably just find all kinds of reviews. I'm not going to go into a lot of depth. It's got a lock right here to lock the liner lock, and it's a flipper. It flips out okay. So I mean, it's not a bad little knife, except for I did have one little problem with it. The liner on it kind of sticks sometimes, and it's like right now. And if I pull it back, it kind of clicks. I didn't really like that, but I was wondering what I was going to do with it. Maybe just trade it or sell it. But anyway, so I got to thinking, I really like the blade. It's nice and thin. I've already have the knife. Why to go to all the trouble of trading it in or exchanging it or whatever, just because of this liner lock problem. I thought, I'll just turn this into my garden knife. And I thought, well, let's check and see if it's going to fit in the sheath that I have on the belt. And lo and behold, it fits real well. It's not going to, I'm not standing on my head in the garden, but, it's easy enough to pull out and pull in. And so I thought, shoot. So I just, now it's a fixed blade because I leave it open. I have the liner lock, lock, safety right here on, so that it, So I'm basically going to just use it as a fixed blade garden knife, and which I already have been. Of course, it's really early. I don't have anything. Mostly I've been using it just to cut twine, to stake stuff up. But later on, when the stuff comes in, I'll probably be using it. So anyway, that's so it works real fine. And so I've retired this one for now. I don't do a lot of bushcraft stuff. So besides, I got, if I want to do bushcraft, I got a bushcraft knife, bushcraft black, and yada yada. But anyway, I'll just put this in my collection of knives, and who knows, might find a use for it one of these days. So anyway, so that's my new setup for the garden. So I thought I'd just kind of show it to you and kind of explain why this otherwise excellent knife just wasn't working for me, and why this is a cool little knife. I actually going to put it to use and not just play with it. So anyway, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.